The early morning fog clung low to the ground like a secret not yet ready to reveal itself. The forest was hushed, still, as if nature itself were holding its breath. Every branch, every leaf, every shifting shadow seemed to pulse with the memory of something recent and wrong. And then came the bark. Not a casual one. Sharp. Focused. Urgent. Canine Officer Shadow, a sleek black German shepherd with eyes like amber fire, halted near a patch of churned-up mud. His nose quivered. His body stiffened. His handler, Agent Mia Collins, took one step forward and the dog lunged. He began to dig frantically. Seconds later, the muddy soil gave way to glass, a shattered phone, barely visible beneath the earth. It was the kind of find you pray for in a missing persons case. But what they didn't know was that inside this phone was a message so raw, so real, it would stop every federal agent in their tracks and unravel a story that no one could have anticipated. Before we go deeper, if you believe in second chances, animal loyalty, and the invisible thread that connects the lost with those who refuse to give up, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Pawsitive Tales. These stories deserve to be heard. 15-year-old Lila Green wasn't just another name on a missing persons report. She was a light in her community, a dreamer, a quiet artist, someone who saw the beauty in wildflowers and stray animals. She loved the woods behind her family's cabin in Montana, where she could disappear for hours, drawing foxes, birds, even imaginary forest guardians. But lately, something about her had shifted. Her drawings grew darker, trees without leaves, eyes watching from shadows, hands reaching through mist. Her parents, Claire and Daniel, were loving but busy. They chalked it up to teenage mood swings. They couldn't have known that their daughter was hiding something, that she was afraid. That she had started glancing over her shoulder more and more often. The day she disappeared was uneventful at first. Lila left early with her camera bag, a granola bar, and her purple hoodie tied around her waist. Her mother reminded her to be back by lunch. She never came home. A statewide search began. Helicopters flew overhead, volunteers combed the woods, and drones scanned the trees for heat signatures. Nothing. No footprints. No trail. It was as if the forest had swallowed her whole. After 2 weeks, most teams began to pull back. Hope was waning. But for Agent Mia Collins, this case was personal. Mia had seen things she never talked about. As a soldier, she'd lost friends. As an agent, she'd lost a child once before, a case gone wrong that haunted her every night. That's why she brought Shadow on every mission. He wasn't just a trained K9, he was her partner, her grounding force. Shadow had been rescued from a high-kill shelter, considered unfit due to his strong will and independent instincts. But Mia saw through that. She saw courage. Loyalty. Brilliance. When they arrived in Montana, Mia didn't follow the standard playbook. She trusted Shadow. While the other dogs circled near the trail Lila had supposedly taken, Shadow kept veering off path, pulling Mia toward a creek bed overgrown with weeds. She followed without hesitation. And that's when they found the phone. The screen was barely functioning. But the last thing recorded, an unsent video, would change everything. It opened with Lila's face, pale and panicked, framed by towering pines behind her. Her whisper cracked with fear. "If someone finds this, I'm sorry. Please tell my mom I love her. I think someone's following me. I can't tell who. I'm hiding now. I don't know how long I have. There's something I need to show you. Look under the scarred tree. I buried it there. Please believe me." The video cut off. Mia replayed the clip over and over, studying every frame. Lila's eyes darted around nervously. There was a faint sound behind her, twig snapping. Breathing, maybe. Mia's gut clenched. This girl had known she was in danger, and no one had listened. Shadow seemed to know, too. He paced. He whined. And when Mia whispered, "Find the scarred tree," he bolted. Hours later, they found it, a towering oak, with a massive lightning scar down its bark. Beneath it, Shadow dug furiously. What emerged was wrapped in Lila's purple hoodie. Inside was a small journal, clutched tight with an elastic band, and a USB drive in a Ziploc bag. Back at base, the agents gathered around. They began reading the journal. Entry by entry, Lila's voice poured out, not just a frightened teen, but a careful, methodical storyteller. She wrote of Jared Lane, her ex-tutor, a man her parents had once trusted implicitly. He'd grown more invasive after being let go, appearing near her school, texting her friends. When she told adults, they waved it off as paranoia. But the journal included drawings of his car parked outside her house. Notes of his odd comments. Screen captures of deleted messages. And she'd recorded her suspicions, videos taken secretly, audio logs. Lila had built her own case. She was scared no one would believe her, so she collected evidence. Alone. She planned to hand it over to someone she wasn't sure who, maybe the police, maybe her school counselor. But before she could, she ran. She had realized Jared wasn't just stalking. He was planning something. With the new evidence, agents tracked Jared Lane to a Greyhound station. He had a fake ID and a one-way ticket south. He confessed under pressure he had confronted Lila in the woods, intending to talk her out of ruining his life. But she panicked, ran. He claimed she got lost. That he left her there. That's all he would say. But that wasn't good enough. Lila was still missing. Somewhere in those cold woods, possibly injured. Maybe worse. Mia didn't rest. Neither did Shadow. For 3 straight days, they combed new ground. Then, on the 4th day, a breakthrough. Shadow locked onto a scent, barking and tugging hard toward the old ranger trail no longer in use. The team followed. They found an old hunting cabin, mostly collapsed, tucked under a hill. Behind it, covered in branches and barely visible, was a small crevice in the rocks. Inside, a blanket, a few empty wrappers, and Lila. Weak. Pale. But alive. Shadow reached her first. She tried to sit up, but collapsed against him, her arms wrapped around his neck. She was crying. Laughing. Whispering his name again and again, Shadow. Shadow. I knew you'd come. Lila was airlifted to the hospital. Her first request, can I see the dog? Shadow was allowed in, tail wagging gently, head on her lap. As she healed, the media caught wind of the story. But the truth was more intimate than any headline. Lila hadn't just been found, she had been heard. Finally. And she had never been truly alone. Shadow was given the Medal of Valor. Mia refused to take credit. He saved her, she said simply. I just followed. Later, when Lila was fully recovered, the Green family formally adopted Shadow. He retired from active duty and became her protector, friend, and healer. They would walk together through the same woods that once brought fear, now symbols of courage. Her sketchbook filled again, not with shadows, but with light, laughter, and the outline of a dog who had saved her soul. If this story touched your heart, if you believe that loyalty, instinct, and love can change the course of someone's life, please like, share, and subscribe to Pawsitive Tales. Every story you support helps shine a light on the moments that matter. Special request, comment below with the word hope if you believe that the right heart will always find the lost.